Hello again. I am DragonHeart, Art of Code Equestria, and I am here to talk about something that fills me with so much rage that it fucking could explode Pompeii 5 times over. It is a topic that goes around, especially nowadays, called PC being the master race. Yes, you probably have heard it somewhere. You probably have heard somebody say it to you to think that they're superior. They're fucking better than consoles or better than PS4. Like, they use it to make fun of Xbox and say that it's an inferior PC. That it'll never be as good. Well, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing that they don't tell you. They don't tell you how much it takes, how much effort it takes, and how much money it takes to fucking maintain a PC. I own a PC myself. I used to own one. I don't have it now, because it was over there, but now it's just a cluster of wires, because it broke. Because I didn't have the parts, and I couldn't afford the parts to repair it. So, the whole thing, I had to throw it away. You see, and that's like $300. That's like a $300 PC that I've had for like 5 to 7 years that went down the toilet, essentially. And it's not just upgrading the PC so that when you need to fix it, it's also upgrading it for games. Like, you need to pay ridiculous amounts of money, sometimes $500 to over $1,000 for a graphics card just to be able to play a game. And sometimes with games on PC, they put all these layers, like Uplay and Origin, in between you and the game, saying that you need to download this or you need to buy this service in order to fucking play your game, just to play the damn game. They won't give it to you. And somebody like Ubisoft is really hated on there because they always put in inferior PC ports that are inferior to their console market. So how is that for PC being the master race? You can't even get Ubisoft to make good ports. It's not about any of that. It's not about the fucking money. It's not about how PC is superior. It's about the fucking premise that because you play on a PC, you are superior to consoles automatically. That is not true. You have to look at all the other factors before you come to a decision like that. You cannot just say that something is better than something just because it's more powerful graphically. That is not how the world works. And this kind of attitude just makes me sick. Like, it makes me want to puke into the fucking trash can that I have right next to me. It makes me want to puke. It's fucking atrocious, and this way of thinking needs to go away. Okay, because this just doesn't hurt PC gaming. That's why you see all these inferior PC ports from Ubisoft, and you see fucking games that are broken, like Battlefield 4, on all consoles, because people allow it. But you see the Steam store cluttered up with all these shitty games that you don't know are shitty until you buy them. And then when you go to complain about it, they throw you off like you're nothing. They already have your money. They don't need to hear your bullshit. And it's just a terrible, terrible way of thinking. It's the most arrogant way of thinking towards a fucking console or someone. It's a terrible way of thinking. And I just don't like this way of thinking. I don't support it. I don't endorse it. Oh, and I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Like, not only does this kind of behavior promote arrogance in general, not just with games, with anything. Not only does this promote extreme arrogance, but it also basically says, like, you don't need to know anything. You just need to know that PC is the fucking master race, and that's the one you need to get. Forget about everything else. Like, when in truth, what you should be doing is looking at all of them and looking at all of their strengths and weaknesses. I used to own a PC, as I told you before, but it's not here anymore. I used to play games on it a lot. I used to play World of Warcraft for 11 years. I have 2 consoles here on both sides of my TV, a 360 and an Xbox One. I both play those. I didn't care whether or not PC was superior. The only thing I cared about were the games. I mean, one of my favorite game series of all time, Rainbow Six, was started on PC, and then it eventually came to consoles as well. It wasn't ruined by it. But people still, there are some people out there that still said that it was superior because it was on PC and that's where it started, which that is not true. Like, it's just a terrible way to think. And it needs to go away. This is the kind of thinking that fucking endorses bad games like Earth Year 2066. You people shouldn't be getting mad at the developer for that game. Because he's a fucking asshole. Don't get me that wrong. He's a fucking asshole. And I apologize. But he is. And, like, the ones who you should be complaining to is the guys that came after. Is Steam that came after you all bought it and basically said, okay, now we're taking it down. After you bought it. When they should have looked at the game before it even released. And not just said, we're gonna take it down after you fucking get it. Because you see what kind of thinking that is? That is messed up thinking. That basically says they don't care if as long as your money funnels into them, they don't care how you think. And that's the same thing for people who think PC is the master race. They don't care how you think. They just care about they just think that PC is the number one, which means they are number one, which is not true. I never thought myself to be number one because I had a PC. In fact, I knew the responsibilities of owning a PC. That it was a lot of money to maintain, it was a lot of money to upgrade, and it's just too much money. That's why I mostly play consoles now, because consoles you have everything right there in one place. You don't need to spend $500 to $1,000 on computer parts in a couple of years just to fucking play on your PC. That's not something that you should be doing. It's not a smart work. And some people, just to escape DRM, go to PC. Why would you go to PC to escape DRM? That's where it started. I mean, Steam does that kind of shit. It's just not, and the only reason they can get away with it is because they fucking have cheap prices. But if they raise those prices, people would be against that heavily. It's not going on the PC just because you're unsatisfied with a console is fucking stupid. It's as stupid as thinking you're number one for owning a PC. And those same people, once something goes wrong with the PC, and once people say, hey, this went wrong, this game was crap on the PC, but it was good on consoles, guess what they say? They don't say a damn thing. Or they lash out and they fucking say, you're wrong because, you're wrong. Have the heart to think positive. And please,